Hi guys, it's me, Miss Farrah. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about body modification, and specifically I'm talking about trans women who have fillers or BBLs into their hips and behinds. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I have personal experience of using fillers in my derriere and my hips to enhance my figure and make me look more feminine and female. I've had this done several times in 2011 and 2018. And the reason I wanted to talk about it because I'm well aware that lots of trans women are doing this and have done this, and at the moment it's extremely popular to have it done. And I would never discourage anyone to do anything that they choose to do, because I've done it myself. This video is not about that at all. It's not about hating on anyone or even trying to dissuade people from doing things. I just want to make people aware of what they're doing before they choose to do it. And I have personal experience about this. For those who don't know, in 2019, in the September of 2019, I ended up getting an infection in my left hip, and it swelled really big. I had to go into hospital. They drained 1 litre of pus out of me. I had to have 6 operations to fix everything. I had 2 holes. Well, I had 1 hole with 2 entrances on my hip, which had to be packed. I was in hospital for a whole month, and then I was recovering at home for another 3 months, and I had nurses coming twice a week to change the packing and to give me painkillers and all of that kind of stuff. It was a very long process. I almost got sepsis. I almost died. It was very dangerous. And that was my experience, and I know a lot of other girls that I know who've had similar products put into them have had similar issues. And I just want to talk about this because I don't think it's something that a lot of trans women talk about, but I think it needs to be talked about because I think it's important that girls are able to make a decision for themselves without going into something blindly, like most of us did of my age group, because there was no one else before us to tell us not to do it or to give us advice or warnings about certain things. The other thing is that even if you don't have issues like I had where it gets infected, the other issues you can have are severe discoloration to your skin in different blotchy areas, which I also have on my hips and my buttocks. And this is caused because it needs to be constantly massaged for a while as it's healing and stuff. And no matter how much you do that, because I did that all the time, you can still get, depending what kind of skin type you've got, you can still get discoloration. I have friends who have no discoloration at all on their skin, but for whatever reason, my skin is susceptible to discoloration and stretch marks and things like that. So that has affected mine. Also, you get migration of the product. So I've had issues with parts of the filler moving down my leg and stuff, which I've had to have removed. But I still have a few lumps and bumps here and there, which you can't see because, you know, I'm not going to be flashing it about. But if I did a photo shoot in underwear and I didn't airbrush those areas, it wouldn't look great because of the shadowing and the lighting. It makes it look a lot worse. I've since been to doctors and had ultrasounds and MRIs on the areas just to check that there's no more infection in there, and it's literally just the product that's moving about, which is going to happen. Now, the product I had is kind of like a facial filler, so it does degrade over time and your body absorbs it. It turns into yellow fats of your body, so I'm told. But, you know, these are the things that you take a chance on when you do these things. For me, having that female shape was really, really important to me. And I don't regret having it done. I regret that something bad happened to me, but I don't regret having it done because it gave me the shape and it gave me the confidence that I really wanted. The most important thing is that, you know, you need to be really careful for who you're getting to do these things for you. There's always an extreme risk when you put anything into the buttocks and hip area because there's lots of blood vessels there, and even the best doctors now, if they hit a blood vessel, it could end you like that, you know. So you really have to be really careful, and I just wanted to come on here and do this video and say that, you know, my shape is still fine, everything looks great, but I do have 2 scars. And I do have discoloration and some lumpy bits from having it done. And even though it doesn't look like it on like people like Kim Kardashian and other people who've had things like that done, they have a lot of money and they have the money to get things sorted out and checked. And if they have skin imperfections and stuff, they can get that sorted out. But when you don't have all of that kind of money, you might end up with situations that you can't afford to fix or you're going to have to live with. So you need to be prepared that some of these issues, or all of them, could happen to you. And I just thought it was an important video to sit down and talk about and be honest, you know, because a lot of people don't like to admit if they've had something done that's gone wrong, or it doesn't look as great as they wanted it to. I'm happy with what I've had done. I wish I didn't have the scars, but they are there to remind me how lucky I was. So in another respect, I'm quite proud of them. But it's just one of those things. You need to really be careful with who you're going to see. And even if it's someone who's really good, you can still end up with some really bad complications. So I just wanted to throw out some awareness to just say to you girls, like, with love, honestly, with love, like, be careful. Because I know exactly how important it is to feel feminine and to look feminine and to have that shape. It's always been a really important thing to me to have that feminine shape, and I'm aware that nowadays it's very popular to have that hourglass shape anyway. So I can understand the pressures on trans women, especially because there's enough pressure on cisgender women anyway to have that shape, so it's even harder for trans women when we have to completely reconstruct our figure to achieve that look. So just be careful, darlings, and if you have any questions or want to ask me any advice about stuff, then please send me some comments in the comment section and I will reply to everybody. So take care, lots of love, and I'll see you all in the next video.